It's been a while since I made a video, and I really just can't stay quiet anymore after seeing the story that's unfolded recently about Nikola, and it's just absolutely mind blowing because just when I thought nobody was going to be able to trump locking coffee or GSX in such a period of time, and there comes Mr. Trevor Milton and Nikola alongside with all the other supporting actors and the mainstream media. It's just unbelievable how this saga has developed. And really, what GM is doing is they are prolonging this decision process, hoping that the dust will settle. And in the meantime, they're trying to publish some positive developments about what Nikola is going to do while distancing themselves from the source of the lies. At the end of the day, this is all driven by money, greed, and it was a well scripted business plan since the get go to really sell stocks, not anything else. And at this point, after all the really talented YouTubers, Hindenburg Research, as well as Nikola Insider, and people with the conscience on Twitter exposing the lie and scam that is Nikola and Trevor Milton, as well as a number of different people that's still with the company who may or may not be the real mastermind behind this whole scheme. I mean, just listen to this. Why is CNBC asking Steve Gursky whether he was comfortable with his due diligence on behalf of GM? I mean, he is representing the interest of Nikola. He is the chairman of Nikola, despite his past relationship with GM. I mean, shouldn't that be the biggest red flag itself? Doesn't his response to the question already gives you the answer? He is the person that made Nikola possible.
I asked Steve Gursky, given everything that's happened over the last couple of weeks involving Nikola, involving the allegations from Hindenburg Research that this was a house of lies, whether or not he believes that Nikola did enough due diligence and truly represented what this company is all about to General Motors. He said, yeah, we did. Here's what he had to say.
The company's been public for, 4 months? So, we're comfortable with the diligence we did.
Really interesting here that he rephrased it with a question like he does not even pay much attention to how long the company has been public, as if he was not involved in making it a public company in the first place. So the nonchalance itself is really trying to distance himself psychologically with the event and trying to play it off as if he was not a part of the initial process. And then he's using the fact that he brought this company public as a proof or as something that shows somehow this company is a legitimate company, which does not make any sense at all. It's like he is saying, it's like you're asking him, hey, I've noticed that you have a drug problem. And he's like, yeah, but I've been doing it for like what, 4 months? Yeah, I'm totally okay. I mean, that answer itself is really like, it just makes me shake my head. I mean, how is somebody like that being shown in the light of national media? I mean, this is really a shame of a mockery of general public and the system itself. I mean, really is. If you are shameless and if you have no moral conscience, a certain amount of manipulation, you have the perfect formula for success in today's world. And that is just the sad reality that we're in. And as individual investors, our tools are limited because in a capitalistic world, money talks, and money has no emotion. It has no conscience. For the many brave YouTubers who dedicated their time and attention making content exposing the lies and scams of Nikola, I really hope that we can keep going. We do not let the dust settle. We do not let them get what they want because this is the final act of their plan. They knew this was going to happen. This was always a risk that they were definitely considered. I mean, Steve Gursky, he is a crisis management expert. He knows how to manage situations like this. He knows that the general public's attention span is very short. And with enough time, people will forget about Mr. TM. People will get tired of the same things being talked over and over again about Nikola, and people just move on. At the end of the day, those criminals will get what they want, and that's how the game is played. They knew the rules, they knew what is going to happen, but except this time, we have to really shift our attention from Trevor Milton and really start focusing on the person that's really the mentor and the person who is really orchestrated this entire thing. I mean, can it be any more blatantly obvious that he was the person that had years of a deep-rooted connection with GM, and then leaving GM and becoming the general partner of the Vector IQ, which enables Nikola to become a public company through a reverse merger under his guidance. I mean, I seriously doubt Mr. Trevor Milton has the technical know-how to really understand how a merger works. To me, the reason why he's not making eye contact in a lot of his those videos is because he's reading off of a script. He has a really good memory for someone who's really intellectually challenged. He got all this money in exchange for his soul. I mean, as long as he is Trevor Milton, he will forever be a piece of shit in history. And that shit lives on forever, despite you deleting your Twitter account. And again, he probably doesn't understand how technology works. I sincerely believe that he thinks as soon as he deletes something off of his own laptop, it disappears forever. I'm even like amazed that he knows how to use the recording feature on his phone. I mean, that must have been quite a revelation to him. If it wasn't for Steve Bursky, maybe he was about to go out and patent that technology. Who knows? It seems to me, whatever Mr. Milton says, that God-given confidence just makes it sound like he owns everything he says. You can't really blame a dog for seeing things only in gray. So I think right now is time for us to shift our attention away from Trevor Milton and really focus on the true culprit behind this master plan. And really, we need to keep this going. We should not let the dust settle, because when it does, the criminals will get what they want.